Alright Gadgeteers, welcome back. Well, I had a video ready to edit for you, and I decided I was going to edit on my Yoga Lenovo 920. So I went into my room, and I have a 49-inch 4K TV, so I will plug in the 4K connection via a USB-C out to HDMI. And I've been using it, and it's worked just fine. But guess what? I go to do it today, and all of a sudden I am not able to get an output to any HDMI display. So connect it to my monitor, no output. Connect it to my TVs, no output. Use the same cable and the same USB-C connector on any of my other computers, Yoga 910, MacBook 2015, and it works fine. I am wondering, and this is all theory, if Windows sent an update, because I'm thinking they may have sent an update that caused a problem, because this occurs whether I'm in Windows or Linux. So it is officially now a hardware issue. Well, something interesting had come up in in Windows, and it was an update. So I was doing some reading, and the recommendation was to go into Lenovo Vantage, and there should be a system update, and it's been requesting to do the update for a while. So I'm going to do check for updates. And the update was specifically the USB-C controller, I think it was. I'm hoping I can find it again so I can show it to you. That's what made me wonder, and it was a firmware update. And I'm thinking, well, I don't need that. Everything's working perfectly, so maybe later I'll do it. So I skipped it, and I said cancel. Yeah, this is the one they were talking about. CCG4 firmware update utilities. So I'm going to do install, and let's see what happens. Yeah, this tool updates your USB Type-C port controller firmware to version 5.5. I mean, what the heck, right? Make sure the AC adapter is firmly connected. I have nothing plugged in except for the power. My battery's pretty much fully charged, very close. Going to click next. And yes. Now I just want to say for the record, this is definitely one of the reasons why you have to keep Windows around. Because you can't get firmware updates for Linux. You got to do it in Windows. Okay, I just wanted to show you this last message here after it updated the flash for the USB-C controller. Firmware is valid. Update was successful. New firmware will be used after the device is reset. Alright guys, well, it doesn't work still. Now the funny thing is, the TV, I have a Sony Bravia, it has a little icon when you plug something in, and it detects that something got plugged in. So it detects that it's plugged in, but it says there's no signal. Now I'm going to open display adapters, monitors. Okay, so I'm going to pull this USB adapter. So something changes, and you can hear the sound when you plug something in. Let's see if I can, yeah, I got audio all the way up, so you guys should hear it too. It didn't do this before, as far as I know. So I'm going to plug it in. I don't know if you heard that. There's the sound. So my device manager did a little reset. if I do an F10, it's on PC screen only. I can try duplicate, nothing on the TV, extend. I'm just curious, if I disconnect the TV again, will my options here go away? Alright, so I'm going to go back to... No, they're still there, but it doesn't matter because I don't have that second monitor. What is all this? What the heck? Hey, this is the weirdest thing, man. This computer is acting really weird. So, Office 2016 is now gone, which I am licensed for, and I have installed it. Actually, it was already installed when I bought it. All I had to do was put in my associated account information. Yet, it's still here? No. But anyway, yeah, it's not working in Linux either. I tried it in Linux, still no joy. I did a quick search, and other people are having the problem as well. Yoga 920, no HDMI output. It worked perfectly fine before, a couple days ago, and now it doesn't. No, I don't think this is the one I was reading. It's not graphic drivers because it's happening in Linux too. And this adapter worked fine before too. Okay, let's try the other USB-C port. Again, there's a change with device manager. See if anything changes under the USB there. One, two, three, four. Three, four, five, six. So we get another USB root hub, USB 3.0, and an Intel USB 3.0 extensible host controller. I'm going to unplug it one more time because I think I'm getting the 3.1 host controller. Yep, that's for sure. Now I'm going to plug that controller back in, but I'm going to unplug the HDMI cable. So no HDMI cable right now. 3.1. And another one of these. Now I'm going to plug in the HDMI. Just for the record, I've already tested this USB-C to HDMI output, and it works perfectly on all the other computers I have. So it's not that. And it's not the HDMI cable. Okay, I just plugged in the HDMI cable. No sound. So something changed something on this computer. Either it had a physical hardware failure, or there was some kind of update from Windows or something that screwed something up. Well, I'll keep working on it and let you know. But I'm thinking probably what's going to happen is this unit's going to go back. And they're really slow on that, so I might not see it for a very long time. So now Lenovo Vantage is telling me there's a BIOS update, and over here on 12/03/2017, somebody here used Lenovo Companion to update their BIOS and things started working again. So I don't know what's going on here. I always suspect Windows, you know? What's my optional 3? Camera driver, WLAN driver. Oh boy, the Intel Management Engine, spyware. I'm going to go back to the recommended. I'm going to stop the video because I don't want to risk any problems during the BIOS update. So I'm going to unplug my little hub, get the power plug back in, and I'm going to go through with this update. Alright folks, so I did the BIOS update and it did not make a difference. But I did find a USB to HDMI cable that I had, and I plugged it in and it's now working. So I now have my number 2 monitor. I'm going to move this over. Yep, I was able to move it over and I can now see things on both displays. I don't know why the USB-C little controller that I have isn't working, because it worked fine before. So I don't know. But anyway, I guess I'm lucky that it's working at all. I haven't tried it in Linux yet, so we're gonna reboot and boot into Linux. So the whole idea here is I want to take the computer, boot it into Linux, and I want to use Kdenlive to display the edit interface on the main computer, and then my video preview on my TV. So I don't know why all of a sudden this cable works. I guess I'm lucky that I bought it. I don't even remember why I bought it. Because I've been using the little hub. So my first USB-C computer was a MacBook Pro 2017, and that's when I bought this little hub. So I've had it for a long time and it's worked perfectly fine. So I don't know what the deal is, why it's not working now. Let's go ahead and we're going to unplug USB-C cable, and I'm going to plug the hub back in, and then we're going to go to the TV, and I have to change the input to number 1. You see that little arrow there to the right of HDMI 1? That indicates that it is receiving a signal. So if I go back to input, normally if you're not receiving a signal, you will not see. Let me see if I can get closer so that's easier for you to see. There we go. So HDMI 1 has the little arrow meaning something is connected, and I click there. And nothing, and down in the corner, of course, it says no signal. Check the external input or select another input using the input selection. So I'm going to go back over to the computer and I'm going to hit F10. Currently it says PC screen only, so I'll go ahead and do extend. Nothing. Now I've tried the hub and HDMI cable here in both HDMI 1 interface on the TV and 3. So, and I tried a different USB cable. So, or excuse me, a different HDMI cable. So that's not what's at issue. It has nothing to do with the cable or the plug-in. It's just since whatever update Windows chose to do to what I think is the firmware. This is a theory, of course. I'm not saying we should blame Windows every single time, but this Ampow little USB hub worked perfectly fine before, and it should still work. But it doesn't. So now I can finally get to editing, but unfortunately I got some other things to do, so I won't have this video out until tomorrow. At least it works though, with the USB-C to HDMI cable direct. So I suppose it could be worse. Could have a burned out controller for the USB-C ports. That would be bad. So if you do have this problem on your Yoga 920, try a different USB hub or cable or whatever it is you need. Don't assume there's something wrong with your Yoga 920. Alright, thank you for watching. I will see you next time on Fast Gadgets. Before I go anywhere, do me a favor, make sure that you like and subscribe, and if you could, share. If you really like it, consider dropping me $1 on patreon.com/FastGadgets. I always appreciate any kind of support you give me, even if it's a comment. And I really enjoy making the content for you. See you next time. This video was made possible with support from viewers like you. If you find this video useful, consider becoming a patron for as little as $1 a month at patreon.com/FastGadgets.